Welcome back, everyone, for our sixth session, our last session of the first day of our three-day event. I'm Melissa, your host for today, and I'm here with Samantha Alfaro Prospero, but you prefer to get called Sam, is that right?
Yes, you can call me Sam.
Great, thanks. How are you today, Sam?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm okay. We're in very different time zones. For me, it's 6:30, so I'm starting to think about dinner. But where are you and what's the time for you?
10:30
Very
morning.
different. Very different.
Yeah.
So, I think we've got teachers from all around the world here. I can see that there's people from Kazakhstan, from Tunisia, from Italy, from the UK, from Portugal. It's fantastic. So let's get started. I want to tell everyone a bit about you, Sam. So you might recognize Sam. She's been with us before. She's talked to a webinar about using poetry in the classroom, but she's back today with another topic. It's about movies. Sam's a language teacher. She's got 4 years of experience, but not only teaching English, she has taught English, Spanish, and German to young learners and to adults. And she's currently working in a public university in Mexico teaching English and German, but she has also worked before as a Spanish language assistant in England. But today she's going to talk about English, but I think these ideas could be applicable for any language, really. So, Sam, when you're ready, you can start sharing your slides. I'll be here, but I'll turn my camera off. And then I'll come back at the end and we can answer all the audience's questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Melissa.
Great. Enjoy the webinar, everyone.
Okay, so I just want to make sure if the screen is already visible. Can you see it now?
Yes, looks perfect.
Yeah, okay. So thank you, Melissa, again for the lovely introduction. And it's really a pleasure to be here again with you. And I just want to congratulate every teacher around the world for the World Teachers Day in advance, of course, for all the hard work and effort you put every day in your lessons. So today we'll be learning about using movies to practice speaking. Okay, so this is the plan for today's session. First up, the main technique I'll be talking about is clip chat. And then after that, after the definition of it, I'm going to show the procedure. Then I will suggest some other activities that you can use with movies or short clips. Probably you will be already familiarized with. And then I'm going to show how to create copyright-free videos using some simple AI tools. And also I'll be discussing about the advantages and disadvantages of each one. And at the very end, please let me know your questions and your opinions about the activities. So before that, I would like to know, have you ever heard of the techniques movie talk and clip chat? Please let me know if you have ever done this. Okay, so let's see in the chat. Okay, so as I expected, some of you have said no. Okay, please let me know your opinion at the end. And I've seen some yes. Okay, so some of you have said yes. Okay, so let's see if our procedures are different. Okay, how different they are. Okay, thank you so much. So now, let's see what is clip chat. But to understand clip chat, first of all, we have to look at what movie talk is. Because clip chat is just an evolved version of this activity. So even though they are sister techniques, they have some slight differences. First of all, Movie Talk was developed by Dr. Ashley Hostins, and he developed this activity for the Focal Skills Program, which was an intensive English program whose main objective was to feature authentic materials in all phases of instruction. So Movie Talk in particular was developed for the listening module. What Dr. Hastings wanted to achieve was to feature the authentic material, which is movies, and also at the same time to provide the source of comprehensible input for the learners. So in this way, through movies, The objective was to develop their listening skills to a low intermediate level. So this is just a personal intake from what I understood of Dr. Hastings' work. These differences are that movie talk is more teacher-centered because teacher has to tell a story through the scenes of the movie. So movie talk also uses a whole movie, okay? Whereas in clip chat, you can use only short clips or parts of the movie. Also, I think I really truly like about clip chat is that is more student centered because students, instead of the teacher telling the story, students have to describe what's happening on the scene, and the teacher only becomes a guide. So another characteristic of clip chat is that you are not going to focus on the dialogues. This is very important. Remember that you are working with beginners. This is an activity suitable for beginners. So instead of dialogues, you are going to focus on what is visible on the screen. And our main advantage of this activity is that it's suitable for both online and face-to-face teaching. So you can use this activity in both settings. But of course, depending on the number of students you have, this activity might become a writing activity as well. So instead of clip chat would be clip write, okay? Because in an online setting, it's a bit more difficult to get your students talk. So instead of that, maybe you could ask them to type the answers in the chat. So actually, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do clip write instead of clip chat. So now, let's see the procedure of clip chat. Actually, the procedure is very simple, okay? You choose your video and then you just play and pause it. However, you must pause the video strategically, okay? So students can get a visual image of the scene. After you have paused the video, now it's time to ask a question that elicit from the students a certain grammar, structure, or vocabulary. For example, if you're learning present continuous, you will ask something like, what is the girl doing? If you're learning prepositions, where is the table? Or you could ask simple questions like, do you like her room? Or maybe if on the scene, an ice cream appears, then do you like ice cream? Which flavor do you like? After you have asked the question, then it's time for your students to answer. They can either answer orally or they could write their answers on their notebooks, or also, if it's online, type them in the chat. Okay, so that's basically the procedure of clip chat. Now, some other considerations about it is that the video should be no longer than 5 minutes. I personally use videos like 3-minute videos or 2-minute videos, for example. Also, since we're focusing on what's happening on the scene, the video should be visually stimulating. And also, this is also as a personal experience, I think this activity works better as a review activity. But of course, you could use it to introduce vocabulary and grammar as well. But I think if you use it as an introductory activity, you have to be the guide, okay? So its students cannot speak if you use it as an introduction. Okay, so I think it's better if you use it just at the end of the lesson. And then some teachers have suggested that you mute the sound. Okay, but I think I personally put the sound on. Sound is optional if you want to mute the sound of the video or not. Okay, so now after this brief theory, now it comes to practice. So I want to do a role play with you, and I invite you to type your answers in the chat or the comments. And also, please, the questions are going to be really simple, but remember, let's pretend you're beginners, okay? But if you want to, of course, you can add some more details in your answers, okay? So I'm going to play the video, pause it, and then I'm going to ask the question. Okay, so let's watch it together. So I'm going to pause it now. And the first question would be, what are the girls doing? I'm going to see the chat. Okay. Kirsten has said housework. Nada, the laundry. Maha has said they are doing the laundry. Nora says house chores. Ibrahim, I think, sorry if I'm mispronouncing some of the names, helping each other. Thank you. So Allegra says they're doing the course. Okay, has housework as well. Okay, Rosanna, they're washing clothes. Okay, so you can see different types of answers. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to continue with the video. Okay, and I'm going to pause here. And the question is, do you like gardening? Okay, so some of you are saying yes. Okay, yes, I do. So you love gardening, that's perfect. For example, let me check the questions that be quick. I love it in summer. Dead Tree says, yes, it's soothing. Perfect. And Omar says again, I like gardening. Okay. Melisse, I think, or Melisse, yes, my hobby. Okay, excellent. So you could see this is something that your students could do. Okay, so that was this is the first video for ClipChat. Now, for the second video, this time I will mute the sound. Okay? And hey, let's play it. Okay, I'm going to pause here. And the question is, where are they? Where are they? Okay, some of you answer about the first frame, and you said that they are in customer service. It's like a call center, exactly. You were asking this question. And now for this one, you're saying they're in the kitchen. Okay, a very simple question. They are in the kitchen. Okay, thank you so much. And now I'm going to ask one more question, okay? Okay, so what is the woman doing here? That is the question. What is the woman doing here? So, for example, Magdalene says, walking the dog. Palomino says, she's walking the dog again. Okay, walking the dog. Okay, most of you agree with this. For example, Larai Fatima says, taking a stroll with her dog. Okay, yes. So that is basically a clip chat, okay? I make shorter pauses. Okay, so for example, I would ask a question here, like what do they do after having dinner, for example? And then I would also ask a question like, do you do the dishes? When do you do the dishes? Okay, so you could ask a lot of questions. So as I said, you focus on what's happening on the scene. So this is all for clip chat, and I just would like to thank you for your participation. Thank you so much. Okay, and now I would just like to suggest other activities. So one alternative is that at the end of the video, instead of doing clip chat, you could just retell the video, okay, at the very end. Maybe you have to watch it 2 or 3 times, okay? And the video should be really short so you don't overload the student's mind. So let's make an example. If you retell the video, the first video that I showed you, how would you retell it? Could you help me with that in the chat? how would you retell the first video? So for example, Nada says, oh my God, sorry, I forgot your answer. I'm really sorry. The questions are really quick. Two sisters were sharing a meal. Excellent. So Larai says, girls were helping each other and doing house chores. Yes. And for example, Leonie says some animal girls are sharing a meal. Okay. Or Sosai has said two friends enjoy their time together. Excellent. So you just retell the video at the very end. Okay, another activity that you can do is, but just bear in mind this, your students would have to use a video editor. Okay, so in this case, for the subtitle creation, I mean that they can narrate, the scenes, or they can either create a dialogue for the scenes they're watching. And now, I think these two work better for beginners. Now, for more intermediate advanced students, what I truly like doing is the role play. But in this case, for the role play or shadowing, you will have to use a video with dialogues. For example, what I do with my students is that we watch a scene from a series or from a movie, and we notice the patterns of pronunciation, if there is linking and connected speech, the intonation, etc. And then after we had watched the video and they had, for example, imitate the actor's speech, then they can recreate the scene. So for example, some of my students had recreated scenes from the series Friends. Also, others have recreated the scenes from the movie Inside Out or Finding Nemo. So this is a perfect opportunity for your students to imitate the accent of the actor or of the speaker of the scene. Another thing that I tell my students to do is that if they want to, they can change the name of the characters or maybe the place where the story is taking place. So in that way, it's way more personalized. And then another activity that I do with my students is that this is for more intermediate students, of course. They could write a story through the scene they are watching or the video they are seeing. For example, they could do a what if, okay? So maybe change some part of the script. And I remember one student of mine wrote a story where he was the main character of the movie. So this is another technique that you can do with movies. It's not only about speaking. Actually, what I truly like about these activities is that you can practice other skills like pronunciation. If you're doing the role play or shadowing, you could practice writing in the case of writing a story, or also they can speak like they are doing in clip chat. So this was all about the activities that you can do with movies. And now I'm going to talk about the AI generated videos. But before that, I would like to remind you the following. Before using any AI tools, make sure that the relevant people, learners, parents, and school communities know that you're using this tool, and encourage a student not to share any personally identifiable data while using them. Some tools may collect data and some may have age restrictions. For example, ChatGPT requires that children ages 13 to 18 obtain parental consent before using it. So please find out what you can about each tool before using it. Okay, just a reminder. But before I tell you how to create your videos, I would like to know, have you ever used AI generated videos in the classroom? If yes, which app have you used? Okay, so most of you are saying no. No. Okay, Naive says yes, Canva. I think I saw PicArt, or PicArt. But most of you are saying no. Okay, thank you so much. Now, the first video I created this one with Hyper AI. The advantages of Hyper AI, number one, is that it uses different animation styles. So you can choose from many options, like you can choose a realistic video, maybe watercolor, cyberpunk, or the one that I just showed, the anime style. Another advantage of this is that the videos are really easy to make, and I'm going to show this later on. Then, what I truly like also about Hyper is that they have already a gallery of ready-made videos. However, a disadvantage would be that you cannot download the videos, so you have to watch them from the website. And also, they have community guidelines, so they don't promote any offensive content on their website. However, as I was scrolling down the website and checking the gallery of the videos, I just noticed that some of the videos may have some violent content like guns, blood, and weapons. So if you don't feel comfortable with this, just be aware of it. And now, the disadvantages of Hyper AI is that, of course, they have algorithm bias. So some of the images that they produce might be really stereotypical. Then I don't know if you noticed in the video, but there were some inconsistency in the characters, for example. So if you want to use the same character, that won't be possible. Okay, so because they produce like very different characters along the video. Also, another disadvantage is the length of the videos. So you can only create a 4-second video, and that's it. If you want to make it longer, that's not possible. So I know this is like, for example, we're used to sign up in every website like Canva, for example. But if you want to use Hyper AI, you have to sign up if you want to use it. And another thing is that it doesn't include any video editor, so you have to download the videos, and after that, you have to put them together. That's actually what I did. And if you want to access some premium features, sadly, you have to pay for a membership. And then, well, this is the homepage of Hyper. These two buttons that I highlighted here is the gallery of the videos. So you can click either on the first button or the second, and you will see a collection of the videos they have available. So if you see here in the text, in the box, sorry, that you have here, then here's where you can create your videos. You just have to describe what you want to produce, and then you just click here on create. So here are some of the examples were basically what I did for the videos. And now let's check just these buttons here. So for the first one, if you click here, then you can see the many different styles that you have to choose from. And then for the second button, then you will see that you can create either a 2-second video or a 4-second video. That is for free. If you want an 8-second video, then you will have to pay for some credits. So it's better if you just put a 4-second video. And then just the next two buttons, these are the default settings. And well, I just want to mention, I'm not an expert, so I just left it like that. But this is for the size of the video. And the next one where it says HD, that's the quality. And then actually, I just checked the Hyper AI again yesterday, and they included this new camera movement. So where you want your scene to focus, you want your scene to move to the left, to the center, or to the right. This is like a new feature that I just found out yesterday. Okay, so this is basically everything about Hyper AI. As I said, I think it's very simple to create your videos. And now for the last AI tool, this is CapCut. That's the second video I show you. So the advantages of CapCut is that this is a complete video editor. This is what I truly like. You can put music, you can edit everything for free. Another thing that I like about CapCut is the length of the videos. So as you could see, the second video was longer as the first one. Another thing is that they also have a user-friendly interface, maybe some more features than Hyper, but I think it's really easy to use. And the best of all is that CatCup is they have free advanced tools available. Another thing, the disadvantages of CatCup are basically the same of Hyper because they have also algorithm bias. So as I mentioned before, this tool may produce some stereotypical images. So beware this. And now, actually, CatCup has more inconsistency than Hyper. So basically, you don't follow CatCup when you create a video here. You don't follow the same sequence. So it doesn't follow the same sequence. So you can have one character at the beginning of the video, and then in the next frame, you will see a total different character. Another disadvantage is that CatCut is made for content creators. So actually you have to edit some parts of the images they produce. For example, I have to delete the part where it says like and subscribe to my channel. And another thing is that compared to Hyper, CatCut just had one type of the style, so just the realistic one. It doesn't have many options of animation. And what I could notice while I was working with this tool is that it might produce some unsuitable content, like some partial nudity. Okay, so be careful with that when using it. And of course, the same disadvantage, if you want to use CatCup, then you have to sign up. And okay, here's the homepage of CatCup. What I did to create the video, I show you. I click here on script to video. After that, here's the space where you can write the script of the video. But I wanted to try the AI writer to see what text it could produce. So when you type the slash or also, you could click here on customize, then it will pop up this box. And what I did is that I just wrote, write a young woman's daily routine. This is what I wrote. And after that, of course, after the script is generated, you have to edit some parts of it. So I just wanted to show this one. As I said, this is for content creators. So you can say here, for example, the script says, thanks for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more content like this. So I delete all of this. And then after that, just check the size of the video because the sizes, for example, are made for TikTok videos or maybe YouTube. This is the one, the horizontal one is 16:9. And then CatCup has a default voice. So if you want to choose a particular voice, they have many different options. They have like storytelling, a storyteller, or a child, for example. And then after that, you just click on generate. And then it will show the preview of the video. So if you're not happy with the images that the AI produced, you could edit the script again, or either you can edit the video. Okay, you can go straight to edit the video. Please, and edit it, please, because some of the pictures that they produce, as I mentioned before, they are not suitable. So this is basically the video editor of CatCup. So if you have used Canva before, you will see that this is pretty similar to Canva. And here, for example, the orange squares that you see here are the subtitles. Here are the pictures they produce. And actually the last one is the one that I told you that it says like and subscribe to my channel. And then just the green squares that you see behind the pictures, these are the subtitles that you see here. These are the voiceover. Okay, so if you want to delete the voice, then you have to click here and select it all to eliminate it. And then just as a suggestion, okay, if you want to keep the audio or the music of the audio, then you just click here and And you just put a fade in and fade out so the audio in the video goes smoothly. So this is basically AI tools, CapCut and Hyper. And I just want to know what other activities could be done using videos. And the second question would be, would you consider using AI generated videos? Just want to know your opinion. Do you have any other activity that you could do with videos? And would you use the AI? Okay, so you're already saying definitely, absolutely, sounds good, yes. Palomino says, I will try. Okay, I might, Omar says again, I may use in the future. Okay, and some of you are saying yes. For example, Mr. Zucker says, I really like Canva. Yes, okay. And for example, Jason says, illustrate written work. Okay, that's a great activity. Thank you. Okay, well, thank you so much. If you want to explore more about Movie Talk, this first link is about the blog post where I found out this activity for the first time. In the second one is an article that was written for Dr. Hastings. Just want to mention that sadly, all the links of Dr. Hastings' work have been taken down from the internet. So this was the only article that I could find. So thank you so much for listening. And if you want to connect, you can find me here on LinkedIn. And well, yes, now it's time for the questions. Thank you so much.
Hi, Sam. That
Hi.
was great. That was fantastic. Oh, it's really, really cool tools and yeah, just really nice, simple activities. Everyone is saying thanks in the chat. Susanna said very interesting. Christine says excellent tools. And Hannah says such a great presentation. And I
Thank
agree.
you.
You really explained it step by step, like exactly everything we need to do. And sometimes I think that's the important thing with AI tools, isn't it? Like at the start, most people said they had never used it at all. And then at the end, I can see people saying, yeah, I might try that. And yeah, I want to try it. So I think a lot more people have looked at it, they've seen what you've done, and they've thought, well, it doesn't look that complicated, really. Um, is that how you felt when you first started trying these tools? How did you learn how to use the tools?
Well, actually, I just like trial and error at the first time, right? And
Mm.
actually, I was kind of confused on how to do it. But then, as I said, since these tools, they have really user-friendly interfaces, I could see that
Um,
it's really simple to create the videos. And actually, then it becomes kind of addictive because maybe you want to produce your own content for your own lessons. So that's really
uh-huh.
wonderful. That's the advantages of the AI tools as well, that you can
Yeah.
personalize content.
Yeah, definitely. And that's really good general advice for all teachers on technology. Like use it and play with it and just click every single possible place because I mean nothing's going to go wrong. You're just going to learn from doing that, right? You're not going to break anything. Um, so we looked at CapCut, and I think that kind of seemed like a popular one. Haper, I really liked the videos you made, but I kind of see a lot of people saying I want to try CapCut, which is interesting. But just to ask you a question about it, was it made for it was made for content creators, but wasn't specifically designed for teachers, is that right?
Yeah, I just could notice that at the very end they say subscribe to my channel, like, click the like button, yeah, and stuff like that. So
Ah.
I could see that it was made for content creators. And actually, one thing I forgot to mention, but there are some templates that you can use for TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, etc. So it's
Uh-huh.
really made for content creators. But of course, you can adapt it and use it for teaching as well.
Yeah, definitely. That's what teachers are, right? We're adaptable. There's all these tools out
Yeah.
there, but actually, if they're not made for education, it doesn't matter. We just need to discover what they can do and think about activities. And I think what you showed today was just a really good example of that. Um, I can see that we've got some questions coming in, but if anyone else has a question for Sam about the activities, about speaking in the classroom, about using movies in the classroom, or about using those AI tools, then write us a question. We're here and we're happy to take your questions. Oh, I see one about the AI tools, and someone just wants to double check. There are free versions of both of the tools that you talked about, right? Of Hyper and CapCut.
Yes, yes. Just Hyper has like a premium features that you cannot access if you don't pay. But
Okay.
actually, you can create videos, but just 4 second video, a 4 second video. But if you want also to delete the watermark of Hyper, then you just have to
Uh,
pay. But CatCup, what I truly love about CatCup is that is everything is free, almost free. Okay, I think there are some other options, but the advanced tools that I mentioned, everything is free.
okay, that's great. That's great. And so if you make little short videos, you can download them and then you can merge them together with a simple video editor. So is that what you do?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You got any recommendations for a good, free, simple video editor? And if you don't know right now, that's fine, Sam.
Any other recommendation for video editors?
Yeah, a video editor. What do you use to merge the clips together?
I use CatCup. So I download the videos
Ah,
from Paper, then
okay.
I merge them in CatCup. Yes.
Ah, right. Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean now. Right. That makes sense. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think there's lots of different video editors. If anyone wants to search as well, use one. Adobe, um, one works quite well, and that's quite good as well. Well, and apart from making AI videos, you could use real videos that you find on YouTube or things like that, I suppose. Or are they a bit too complicated for the level of students that you teach?
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, as I mentioned, I just focus for beginners. I just focus on what's
Mhm.
happening on the scenes and not on the dialogues because
Yeah.
it might be too overwhelming for them.
Mm.
Okay? So I just prefer to use, I could download, no, sorry, I could use a video from YouTube. So for example,
Mhm.
I have used scenes from movies like
Mhm.
Inside Out, Up, okay,
Mhm.
animated, any type of movie. But I have also used music videos or trailers as well. So that's another idea.
Mhm.
So here, of course, I have to use the copyright-free video, but
Mhm.
actually you could use any type of video.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I like the idea of using music videos actually. That would be really, really fun. Uh-huh. And trailers, my students actually often ask to watch film trailers, but then they don't realize how complicated and how fast the dialogue goes. So maybe your idea of maybe turning off the sound for that would work better, actually. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. Yeah, and
Hmm.
also for the role play, I forgot to mention something that I do if it's possible. I try to look for dialogues that contain the structures of the grammar we're learning. So maybe if we're learning passive voice, I will try to look for a video for a scene of a movie that contains the
Hmm.
passive voice, so students can have also comprehensible input to
Hmm.
learn the grammar.
Oh, that's a really good idea. I used to know a website that did that. I think it's called Youglish. Yeah, youglish.com. If someone can find it and share it for me, that would be great. It's a really nice website where you can put in um phrase. So you could put in something like the passive and it'll find YouTube clips with that. That's a really great tip for me. Let's take a question from Mahmoud. And Mahmoud asks, this is about the AI tool. Is it possible to give the tools that you describe prompts and scenarios to create videos? Like, can you write more than a few words? I don't know if you mentioned that before, but maybe you could say a bit more about that.
Um, yes, actually, you can write prompts or a whole script. Actually, with CatCup,
Ah,
you
okay.
could write a whole script. It's maybe 5 paragraphs, so it could be as long as that.
Ah, right. Okay. So there's an answer, Mahmoud. So as much as you want, and it'll create
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
there's a question from Svetlana. Have you ever used these type of activities as homework for students? Like they would be making videos as type of project work, or do you see that as a possibility?
Well, I see that I haven't tried it by now, but I see that as a possibility. But just to mention, I just also read the terms of service of CatCup and
Okay,
Hyper. So if you're working with teenagers, for example, or children under 18, they won't be able to use them. Yeah,
right.
I think with CatCup, you can have parental consent, but
Mm-hmm.
of course, if you're working with adults, I mean, you could set homework. You could set the homework later. Yeah.
Oh, great. And thanks for sharing those terms and conditions. Like you mentioned in your talk, it really is important for people to, or for teachers to look up what tools are available to use with young people. Well, yeah, if people are teaching adults, then that's a great home project to do. If people
Yes,
are teaching teenagers and want to do home projects with videos, then I'm sure they could make their own videos. They've got mobile phones, they can make little scenes. That could work as well.
exactly.
Um, let's see what other questions we have. Um, Ibrahim asks, do you think this is also useful for teaching vocabulary? Because when you were doing the video pausing, you were focused a lot on different grammatical structures. Like one day you were asking everything in the present continuous, or maybe for another class, you're asking them to retell the video and thinking in the past simple. But could you teach vocabulary lessons with these techniques?
Yes, actually, what I truly like is that you can teach grammar and vocabulary. So, for example, if you're learning about the daily routine, maybe you can find a video that describes the daily routine of someone, and then they can practice the verbs and the simple present tense. For example, one video that I used for teaching the present simple was the daily routine of cards in the movie Up. So
Uh-huh.
if you had watched the movie, I think at the very beginning, actually it shows as well the time he wakes up. So actually it's another question that you can ask. What time does Carl wake up?
Mm-hmm.
Practice. You can teach a lot with this technique.
Oh, that's really, yeah, those are really nice ideas. I'm sure students would really kind of like to watch the films that they've seen, maybe in a dubbed or subtitled context, but in the English class and kind of understand them fully. Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
nice. Um, and I saw a question and I've lost it now, and I just want to find it again. I think I had it written down. Oh, it asked about big classes, and I'm sorry, I've forgotten this teacher's name. And the teacher says, do you think it would work in a big class? And I'm not sure how many, maybe how many students they're talking about, but I mean, I think of public schools here in this country, they might have 30 people, some countries definitely more. So
Yeah.
with you, kind of one of your ideas for when you're pausing is that they orally say the answer, but is writing the answer the option for really big classes?
Yes, actually, yes. Actually, I have a group of 25 students, and actually, if you're from
Okay.
Mexico or from Latin America, it's very common to have really soft groups, like sometimes 40 groups, depending on where
Okay.
you're working. So it's better if you want to use this activity to do it in writing. Okay, so instead of that, actually what I did with this group is that I also wrote the answers. So in case they have some mistake, they could see they could check the mistake that they have done. So
Yeah. And they swap papers and they look at each other's maybe and okay.
yeah, could be
Yeah,
an
yeah, that would definitely work in my class. And I'm seeing that a couple of people are writing in the chat saying I've got 50 in my class. So yeah, we've always got to think about ways that activities can actually work for definitely bigger and bigger classes because that's what lots of people have. Let's see, we have any more questions? I think we've answered a lot of them. Um, maybe I'll ask a question that just kind of I want to know. Um, what have your students said when you've done these activities with them? Have they enjoyed them? You had positive reactions? I'm
yeah,
sure you have.
actually yes, they really enjoy the activities that I do with movies. So they truly like it
Mhm.
because they kind of and also kind of relaxing for them. And also depending of um I think you have to know your students and their interest. So I usually also before watching the video, I just ask them, do you know the movie? Or do you like it? And they say, oh yes. And sometimes actually you can also ask them, what types of movie do you like? And they say, oh, fantasy, horrors, okay, or action movies. Okay, so yeah, they truly like the activity. They have responded well.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I saw that you chose anime to make some of the videos. Is that because your students are anime fans?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
See, perfect, perfect. Ask the students what they want, ask teenagers what they want, and yeah, definitely capture their attention. I think that is a good piece of advice. Um, I saw that there was lots of different options, even things like old movie style. And I thought, oh,
Yeah.
I would like to try that. That sounds like a really fun way to make something. Um, let's see if we have any more questions. I don't think we do, so I think we are going to finish soon. We have had so many responses, so many comments. So just a final huge thanks, Samantha, and yeah, I mean we'll all be using movie activities, maybe some AI tools in our classrooms in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you so much.
So, everyone, it's been the first day of World Teachers Day. Thanks so much for coming. We've loved having you here. But it's not the last day. This is the first of 3 days of World Teachers Day. This is our last session for Thursday. We've had 6 amazing webinars today. But tomorrow, Friday, we've got another 6. And on Saturday, that's right, another 6 more. So don't go away. You can come back and see lots more ideas from lots of different teachers from all countries all around the world. So come back and see us again tomorrow. Let's just give a thanks to everyone who's presented today, from Michael Connolly doing the plenary, all the way through to our last presenter, Sam. And thanks to Joe and Ming, who are moderating the chat, and to Karen, who's on Facebook, to Wiam, who was on Facebook earlier, to Steve, who hosted earlier with us today as well. Without you, we couldn't do this. So happy World Teachers Day, the first of 3 days, everyone. And we'll see you again tomorrow at 9 o'clock UK time for our plenary session with Alexandra Popovsky. It's going to be great. So have a good evening or afternoon or morning, everyone. It's morning for you, right, Sam?
Yes, morning.
Well, take care, everyone. See you soon. Goodbye.
Bye bye.